Now that we have our drums split out into individual channels from Ultrabeat, the next step is to balance all those levels and apply some EQ and compression. I've already gone ahead and done that to save some time, so let's open the mixer and take a look at what I've done. Straight away you can see I've balanced the levels and named the tracks. We have kicks here, snares, hi-hats, and the shaker and tambourine over here. Okay, I'm just going to hit play and let it cycle around that 2-bar pattern. First off, let's take a closer look, or listen, to the kicks. I've mixed kick 1 and 3 together to get the sound I'm after, but I've also done a bit of EQing. On kick 1, I've rolled off the low end since we want to reserve as much of that space as possible for the bass, which is, after all, the most prominent feature of dubstep. I've also cut 4 dB around 2.5K to reduce some of their clickiness. Is clickiness even a word? I don't know. Anyway, for kick 3, again, I've rolled off the low end, but I've also rolled off a lot of high end, since there's enough high end bite in kick 1 to do the job. Finally, I've cut a little at 700 Hz, which actually has the strange effect of adding punch. Combined, both kicks sound like this. Much better, don't you think? Okay, so our kick drum story doesn't end there. You may have already noticed I have them routed to bus 10, which in turn feeds this auxiliary channel labeled kicks. To help glue the kicks together sonically, I've added a VCA type compressor. With a bit of tweaking, the VCA circuit type can sound close-ish to the SSL bus compressor, famous for its ability to glue, well, sonically anyway. A little trick I find makes all the difference is to open up this advanced section of the compressor, here, and set the output distortion to soft. It gives the kick just a little bit of extra bite. I'll just bypass the compressor here for a second so we can hear the difference. Much better. Okay, so onto the snares. As with the kicks, if I open up the EQs, you can see I've rolled off the low end on both. Both are then routed to a snares auxiliary, where I've added some VCA compression again. Finally, let's look at all the high-end sparkly stuff, the hi-hats, shaker and tambourine. I've again rolled off the low end and, as you can see here, this is the closed hi-hat, I've boosted the high end just a bit to give it a little extra presence. I've also panned the shaker and tambourine to the left and right, just a little. These are then bussed to a stereo percussion auxiliary, here. Finally, all 3 auxiliaries are then bussed one more time to a master drums aux, where I've added yet another VCA type compression, just to glue the whole lot together for good measure. From there, the whole shebang gets piped to the stereo out. I think we're almost there, but we need to add a little extra icing just to round things off. So in the next video, that's exactly what we're going to do.